Today's video is actually going to be a Lululemon dupe video. I love Lululemon. I know it's ridiculously overpriced, but I still love it. But over the course of time, I have found pieces from other brands that are extremely similar to some of my favorite pieces from Lululemon. This is definitely not like an all-inclusive list. There are so many other pieces that are very similar to Lululemon, and if you know of any, definitely leave it in a comment down below. But without further ado, let's hop into this video. So the first thing I'm gonna start with is what we're probably all mostly here for, leggings. The two Lululemon leggings that I'm kind of looking at dupes for today are the Lululemon Wonder Unders and Lululemon Aligns. I have a few other pair of Lululemon bottoms, but the Aligns and the Wonder Unders are typically always my favorite, mostly because they have a seamless waistband. A seamless waistband is one like this. It has no seam here at the top. It's a very, very flexible waistband, whereas something like this has like that seam at the top that for me it just like cuts into my skin and my waist and just like is not cute. So the brand I'm gonna start with today is the brand that everyone says is a Lululemon dupe, and I personally don't see it. Like, I see it, but I do not think that they're a dupe for like the way they fit, the way they feel. Maybe at a distance they look similar, but personally I don't think these are a dupe. But I'm gonna show them anyway because most people seem to think so. These are leggings by 90 Degree. You can get this brand on Amazon. You can usually find it at Tjmaxx or Marshalls, and these are very similar in appearance to the Lululemon Wonder Unders. They've got that same high waist look with the seam that goes right under the hip. You can get them in full length like this, or you can get them in a cropped version, very similar to Wonder Unders. I think that these might feel similar to some of the Wonder Unders, but I always get the ones that are super like silky. I think that's like Luxtreme or something, so these do not feel like that. Now, these are not bad leggings. They usually retail for somewhere between like $12 to $20, which is so cheap. Normal Lululemon Wonder Unders are like upwards of $80 to $90. I just can't get over this seam at the top. I just talked about this in my last video. I know I'm being the biggest baby ever about the seam at the top, and I know that the purpose of this seam is to help keep the leggings up. So like if you're doing sprints or like box jumps or a bunch of high intensity workouts, that seam is helpful in keeping the leggings up. But I hold a lot of my body fat around my hips, and so something like this top seam is gonna cut into my hips in a way that just like isn't flattering under shirts, is uncomfortable. So I personally have had a few pair of these and I don't love them as a Wonder Under dupe, but everybody else in the world apparently does, so you probably would like them. The next brand I'm gonna bring up is a brand called Yogalicious, and these leggings I got a medium, which is a good fit for me, and they look like this. They have the same high waistband with that seam across the front, same with the seam across the back. It has a little logo similar to 90 Degree that looks just like the Lululemon logo. I know you can find them at Tjmaxx, Marshalls, I think also on Amazon. Now these feel like the Lululemon Aligns. They still have that seam at the top that I can't stand, but if they would get rid of the seam, then these would feel like a very similar pair to Lululemon Aligns. They're super soft, so comfortable, and they have like the same kind of like thin, leisurely wear material. Like, this is not gonna be a high compressing, suck you in type of thing. It's like Lululemon Aligns. Lululemon Aligns are like a leisurely type of bottom. Like, I have never worn my Aligns to the gym to work out in personally because they're so thin, they're so soft. Like, they feel like they belong on your body while you're watching Netflix or something, not deadlifting. It's just this dang seam at the top. I'm wondering if I can like perform surgery on these and cut that seam out. I'm not sure. But again, so many people have told me that these Yogalicious leggings are so similar to Lululemon's and that they love them. So apparently it's just my finicky self that's super finicky about the seam at the top, because in every other way, these are very similar to Lululemon Aligns. Now, I just got these, so I don't know how well these are going to hold up. But one thing I will say about my Lululemon Aligns, which is like the reason I only owned one pair and haven't purchased more pair, even though they're so comfy, is that they pill up so bad in the crotch. Like, what the heck is that? Granted, my thighs touch when I walk, so like the fabric is constantly rubbing against each other if I'm walking. But isn't that how most women in America are? You're telling me that when my thighs do what they were made to do, your leggings self-destruct and create pillage? Why? If I'm gonna pay $90 for leggings, I need them to not pill, please. Now, the next two pair of leggings I'm gonna show you are my favorite Lululemon dupes, and they're also a little bit pricier. Like, these are gonna set you back $50, $60 or so, but that's still significantly cheaper than the $80, $90, $100 that Lululemon leggings set you back. So what I have here are two pair of leggings from a brand called Til You Collapse. The first pair I bought was this gray pair. They have a seamless waistband. That's like all I want in the world. I don't even care what the rest of the legging looks like. It could have polka dots, leopard print, skulls, I don't even care. Give me that seamless waistband so my tummy can be comfortable. I got these in a size medium and it seems like a pretty good fit for me. And I gotta tell you, when I got these gray ones, I was a little bit disappointed. These are, I forget how much money, but I'll put it on the screen somewhere. So they're not like cheap. And when I pulled these on, I was like, these are like kind of a stiff cotton, like they kind of feel like a similar material to stuff I've gotten at Tjmaxx. But now, like after feeling them for a while, I feel like, okay, like they do have a good stretch to them. Like they're not bad. They're definitely comfortable. They're just, the material kind of threw me. I was expecting something a little bit softer and a little stretchier. But I guess it's nice that they are pretty compressive and like I feel like I'm kept in while I'm working out. It's not like the super thin fabric of a Lululemon Align, so these are cool. These remind me of like a Lululemon Wonder Under because they're like a thicker fabric. They have this seamless waistband. Again, the same seam that goes across the hips. Looks like this on the back. I did later then get them in a black pair, and these do feel for some reason like slightly stretchier, slightly comfier. I actually really do like these and like how they feel on. They're technically the same fabric as the gray ones, 87% nylon and 13% spandex. But when I talked to somebody from the company, apparently when they're dyeing the fabric or whatever, that can kind of compromise what the fabric ends up feeling like if it's stiffer or more comfortable or not, I don't know. However, this brand did just release like a version 2.5 of these leggings. I think this is version 2. I have heard that the new version is sized a little bit differently. I hear that they are softer, like a more soft, buttery material, but that you might want to size down one. So I really like these. I mean, I have my qualms about them, but I do like them. They're like my favorite in terms of being the closest dupe to a Lululemon Wonder Under or a Lululemon Align. Probably end up buying more of these in more colors because they have like a million colors. It's nuts. The last pair of leggings I have don't really look like Lululemon Aligns or Wonder Unders really, because they have some like stuff going on, some seams on the bottom and stuff like that, but they have a seamless waistband, which is like very important. They're not quite as high-waisted as a Wonder Under or anything, but they're high waist enough to still give like the effect of high waist. What I love about these is that they're so soft. Holy cow, I feel like these are even softer than Lululemon Aligns. These are from the brand Petula, which is a brand I've been seeing on Instagram a lot. This is the only thing that I own from them is this pair of leggings, but I love the brand just based on these leggings. When I put these on for the first time, I went and sat on the couch next to Matt and he put his hand on my leg and he was like, what is that? And I was like, these are my new leggings. And he was like, never take them off. They're so soft. I love these. These are somewhere in between the looseness of Lululemon Aligns and the more compressive fabric of Wonder Unders. I would say they're about as compressive as Wonder Unders, but the fabric is as thin as Lululemon Aligns. So for these, like I do kind of get some cellulite in them. I do think that these are squat proof though. It looked like it for the most part to me. So if you have not checked out Petula, I highly recommend checking these out. All right, the next thing I'm gonna show you guys is a dupe for the Lululemon Define jacket. Now I love the Lululemon Define jacket. I love it so much that I honestly don't mind paying the price that it is, which is a lot of money. But it's so cute, it's so like form-fitting, it looks good on like everybody. And I've had a couple of my Define jackets from Lululemon for over 2 years and they've not lost their shape, they've not built up, they've not fallen apart, the seams haven't come undone, they're literally in the exact same condition as when I bought them. So for me, I'll pay like over $100 for a jacket that's gonna last like that and is super cute, whatever. But it does not mean I'm still not down for a good dupe, you know what I'm saying? So the first dupe I wanna show you is what I'm wearing now. That's right, this is not Lululemon. This is a dupe that costs like 1/3 the price of a Lululemon jacket. So the reason this whole video started was because I found another Lululemon jacket dupe at Tjmaxx, which I'll show you momentarily. And so I posted that on my Instagram story and a ton of people were like, you have to go to Amazon and look at Queenie Ke's jackets. They're exactly like the Lululemon Define jackets. You have to get one. So I was like, okay. Took zero convincing whatsoever. I literally ordered one on the spot. And here it is. Now, this jacket looks a lot like a Lululemon jacket. It's got the same stitching in the front. It has a very similar zipper situation with like the little elastic thing on the zipper thing. You know what I'm saying. It's shaped super similarly. It's got the same situation going on with like the thumb holes and the little thing that comes around and just like covers your hand. Still not entirely sure of the purpose of that, but it has it. Basically, in pretty much every single way, this jacket looks identical to the Lululemon Define jacket, but the fabric is completely different. And that's what I'm kind of disappointed about because I love the Lululemon Define jacket fabric. Like, it's just a soft fabric, but it's sturdy. It's not super compression-y, but it does, compression-y is not a word, I'm aware. I use it all the time though. And so I was disappointed that this fabric is nothing like it. I don't know if you can really tell, but this is like a silky, super stretchy kind of fabric. I feel like this is like what you see in the activewear at like Walmart. Like this super duper cheap Walmart activewear line. Not incredibly high quality, doesn't really have a lot of compression to it. Basically just like lays on your body, which is like fine. I just really love the Lululemon Define fabric, and that's what I thought I was getting, but this isn't bad. I really like it. I'm definitely gonna keep it because it looks really cute, and I've wanted this color Lululemon Define jacket for forever, and now I have basically a very identical piece for like $40 or something. The other dupe that I found for a Lululemon Define jacket was this jacket by 90 Degree again, and it's covered in cat hair. Are we surprised? Other than some of the stitching in the front, they don't have like, they have the seam that goes up to the collar, but they don't have the seam that goes across the chest. Other than that, I think that that's the only thing that is really significantly different. And the sleeves don't have the little thing that goes over your hand. They do have the thumb hole though, which is fine. But this is definitely very similar to the fabric of the Lululemon Define jacket. And in every other way, like the zippers look super similar. Even like the little tag to pull the zippers down are super similar. Seams look identical. I mean, these jackets are so freaking similar, it's not even funny. I am noticing that they don't have, do you see how the green one has a seam across the waist right here? The black one doesn't have that. It just has this stitching that kind of contours the waist vertically, but they don't have like a horizontal stitching or anything. That's really the only other difference that I can find. These jackets are so similar. I'm just sad that I was only able to find this in black. And this I got from Tjmaxx for $24.99. I literally just picked this up like a week ago. And this is what inspired the whole video, was just like, hey, I wonder if I can find other Lululemon dupes in my house. And I apparently did. But if I could find this jacket from 90 Degree in other colors, girl, I'm never gonna buy another Lululemon Define jacket again. This is literally the same jacket. And I got this in a medium, which I feel like fits exactly like a size 8 in Lululemon, if that helps you out at all. The last thing I'm gonna show you guys are a few sports bras that are very similar to a type of sports bra from Lululemon that I don't even know the name of. But as soon as I show you guys footage of these, you're gonna be like, oh, I know what she's talking about. It's the bra, whatever I end up finding. But you guys know, the sports bras that have the crisscrossy back like that. I know you know what I'm talking about. Lululemon like started this, I feel. And I found some dupes for a lot cheaper. First of all, I hate Forever 21 activewear. I loathe it. It's cheap, it fits like crap. I hate it. But I do love Lululemon sports bras because they're cheap. Usually their size large fits me perfectly. So this is one that I got from Forever 21 recently. It's very similar to the Lululemon version. It's got that same crisscross fabric thingy in the back. So comfortable, so soft. I feel like this has a little bit more give too, so that it's not like cutting into your back. Whereas I know I've tried on the Lululemon ones before, even though I don't own one. I've tried them on and I feel like that's part of why I didn't get them before, because I felt like they were just really constricting and uncomfortable and like $50 or $60, which like I will pay that for leggings, I'll pay that for shoes, I'll pay that for a jacket. I will not pay $50 or $60 for a sports bra that nobody's even gonna see. I'm not one of those girls that works out in the sports bra. My sports bras go under my clothes. Nobody sees them, except for occasionally if I go like this, and that's all you get. But I do like the backs on these Forever 21 bras because I will sometimes have a workout top that has an open back so that you can see kind of like a little bit of what's going on back there. These are, I think, $14.90 at Forever 21, which is like, you cannot beat that price. That's awesome. And they're super comfortable. They come with little like cups inside here that you can remove if you want to. They're not gonna be an extremely high support sports bra, but literally is never a concern for me. The last thing that I'm gonna show you is this sports bra from, again, Queenie Ke. This was only, I forget how many dollars. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. Everyone was also telling me that Queenie Ke has the sports bras that are super similar to the Lululemon ones. So I picked one up. And for some reason, I picked this up in a medium. I've told you guys before, I normally pick up my sports bras in a large just to kind of fit like my rib cage and my back. But for some reason, I picked this up in a medium. Maybe I saw in like a review or something that these run large. They do not. This is very tight on me, and it's also pretty high necked. It does not sit super low on my chest. It sits kind of higher up, which like I guess is fine. I just guess I prefer something a slightly lower neck, but I do like this fabric. I feel like this fabric feels similar to the ones at Lululemon, but definitely significantly cheaper than what Lululemon sells them for. I think fits pretty similarly, is super cute, gives you the same vibe. I don't have the actual Lululemon to compare this to, but you get the idea. All right, so that is gonna wrap up this video. I hope that this was super helpful for you, or a little bit helpful. I guess, I don't know, I can't measure how helpful this was for you. Leave in the comment section below your favorite Lululemon dupes if I didn't happen to mention it. I would love to find more Lululemon dupes for cheap. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!